Device, definitely. He feels like such a safe pair of hands.
What if I told you blameF had the highest CT side rating on Overpass some point last year, you know, for a period of 6 months?
All right. You're coming through with the knowledge already. This is why we got Pimp here. Keeping us true to our word. Now look at this little walkout through monster for Astralis. Device is looking to be that first point of contact, and it's a big old Hail Mary in the pistol. Util comes out now. Device wrestling with the Glock. Can't get it done. And FURIA will repel them at first. Serato doing what he can. Backing off. There's a 2v1 available down here at this lower site, so they want to try and take it, and they will. Dead leaves it all on Yuri.
Oh, he's going around the world. As he's shown already on B short, they seem to have stopped and decide to reset. The kit is in pit. Yuri, is he just way ahead of the game, or will he be caught trying to rotate CT to B? With no bomb plant yet, he's starting to get curious. What is going on as Astralis reroute through the water?
Such a classic situation where both teams, both parts, I'd say, in this round are overthinking it a little bit. If you're Astralis, I'd argue you just need to go into the B bomb side, get the bomb down, and play the 2v1, especially considering that Yuri was nowhere near to be found the bomb side. He never showed his position, but at this point, Astralis are playing in the dark. FURIA and Yuri is playing in the dark, and unless he makes a move right now, the round is pretty much over. He has to retake. Of course, there's a kid in CT water, but finding two players who most likely will plant the bomb, then find cover, find hiding, it's going to be incredible tough for Yuri here.
Also, good luck finding that kit. If I'm guessing right, it's going to be hidden in the water, so you won't even really be able to pick it back up. He's realizing at 20 seconds it's got to be B, and the bomb plant will confirm that fact. Astralis now get to back up, and yeah, look at that hidden. Good luck, Yuri, in this clutch up. 1v2. He can win off fights, perhaps. Blame is open for taking, and Blame will win his fight. 3 kills in the pistol. He loves an overpass.
Yeah, good vibes in the Astralis camp already.
Actually, wait, Pimp, I just realized while you're here, if you hear any yelling in Danish that's, you know...
appropriate?
Well, it doesn't have to be that appropriate. We're allowed to say some naughty words, so...
I think we've kind of said all of the naughty words.
I think actually Trace very much broke the barrier on what's acceptable.
Yeah, we thought there was a limit.
More a new ceiling to it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Translations go.
Because that one sounded like he was yelling about pizza.
Yeah, I don't think so. I couldn't quite hear what he said, but
you want to clarify or no?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Save it for later.
If there's any chatting in the game as well, Hugo, let me know so we can
I've noticed Device is doing a new thing. Whenever game starts, he types "have fun" and then like mashes the keyboard to like send like a huge string of just random. He did it in this one. He did it yesterday as well.
You want to read that out, Harry?
Yeah, it was HF. Well, what, like as one word?
Yeah, as like it's a word.
Heffer whiff where whiff.
A lot of
whiff few.
Is that Danish?
There you go.
No. I think that's what you call rubbish.
Well, in the bin of FURIA in this
kind of felt like Danish, honestly.
Hey, not that bad. Have you ever spoken to a Finnish guy? Would you say Danish is worse than Finnish?
Yes.
What?
Ooh.
For real?
Like the sound of it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
the sound.
I love the Finnish accent.
You go now, just striking down a nation in one foul stoop.
Look, I'm not a nationalist. English sounds like shit as well.
Pretty good,
have some horrible accents.
Yours included.
Yeah. Thank you, Pim. Still speaking my language though, so...
I kind of have to, right?
Yeah, stay in your lane. Stair's going to try and escape these USPs. They're running him down, and Astralis have 2-0.
Speaking of this matchup, right? I'm finding it hard to believe that FURIA stands a chance. To be completely honest, I was somewhat surprised with the level yesterday against NIP, but I also do think NIP had a game off, sort of, where nothing was really working out for the Swedish inspired squad, and I would argue FURIA were playing better Counter-Strike than we've seen so far.
Hello.
They make it, slightly.
Can you guys hear me? I'm calling in from outer space right now to let you know, Mr. Hugo B. Byron, you'll be paired up with one Yanko Piano. I don't know. I actually don't want to get his name wrong. You'll be with Yanko after this, battling against myself and Pimp in the Are You Paying Attention Hardcore Counter-Strike quiz.
Okay. Are you observing as well, Chad?
No.
Okay. We're just in
Chad, could you do me a favor and pay attention for me?
Can I do a favor and what?
And pay attention for me?
Yes, that was the plan. Yeah.
Great.
I'll do my absolute best. All right, guys, get back into the game, and I'm going to try and pay attention for Pimp.
Okay. Well, I feel safe with Yanko's hands wrapped around me.
I already lost one quiz to Yanko. It's not going to happen twice. There's no way.
Well, we can draw again, maybe.
There's no way. Stay in your lane.
Hey, he's hit you back with your own line. He's hit you with a stay in your lane. Dude, the Pimp and Hugo banter is just, I like it, man. you two kind of have that like hate. Do they hate each other? Do they loathe each other vibe? You know, like you never know which you're gonna get. FURIA coming in with their first rifle round here. We got the AWP for Fallen. You got Art making some moves over here towards Monster, playing this double setup. Incendiary at the ready, so he's ready for contact here. He wants to try and churn them up in the Monster. But it's a late pull on that Molotov, and Cello even jiggled out a little wider.
It was Art who was up close. He jiggled and got spotted first. That kind of screwed Cello over. He then got body blocked and the molly didn't go out. Disaster for FURIA. As this retake is still on though, 3-on-3. Yuri's pulled a kill back. K-Serato trapped out, and we've got a big flank.
Yeah, they gotta buy some time for Stair now. He's coming in with the big flank, and so far it's a little bit too slow for FURIA. If they wait any longer, Stair will be in position to basically ruin this retake attempt.
Yeah, he can get down on Heaven, even though the bomb's not exactly for him. He can stop them from getting even to the bomb site. Blame and Stair combine, as Blame is having a great start to this game. 3 kills in the pistol, 2 in the gun round, and Stair with a backstab to put Astralis on 3. FURIA, yeah, that was a bit static on that B bomb site, despite getting a 3-on-3. Yeah, look at this. It's Art who peaks first.
Yeah.
And that's why Cello's sort of swinging, because he wants to get the better angle. It should be, if anything, yeah, Cello could probably be a little bit wider in the first place, but the fact that Art takes the peak, he never gets the molly out as a result.
Yeah, but I kind of want to know your take right now on how do you feel about K-Serato? Can I get a temperature check on K-Serato? Like, because obviously when it comes to talking like Brazilian CS, he's always been the real focal point in the current day. How are we feeling about him in this newer look FURIA team?
I mean, I like K-Serato a lot. I think he's a fantastic player, and I think he, unfortunately, perhaps have wasted some of his best years playing with FURIA. You know, the past year has not been looking great at all for this team. Let's not forget that a couple of years ago, we were talking about FURIA as a contender to win trophies. Now we're talking about them not being in top 10. So it's hard for K-Serato, as it is for Astralis in this situation. May as well pay attention and then follow up on K-Serato. But there's a lot to be said about him. Fact of the matter is, so far this tournament, he's been outstanding, and that's something that makes me happy. And
that's great off the back of, you know, recent poor results. Obviously, Cologne with personal issues going on. Even online in Pinnacle Cup, he stood out in the grand final because he had food poisoning. So it's been a bit of a rough ride for K-Serato. But coming into EPL as the 3rd highest rated player of the tournament, sitting just behind Blame and Spinks. He's had a great start. But will the results indicate that for FURIA? Looking for the playoff spot here in the mid-bracket. Big flank for Yuri, but he's whiffed the opportunity with that Soul Rifle. Surrounded by pistols that could finish off what he begun, but that's a beautiful shot through the wall for Device.
What? That's crazy.
We're still cooking.
Something can still happen here, though, for FURIA, in spite of Device's fancy work on the AWP. blameF having to back off and readjust. Trying to play around this bomb. They're waiting for Yuri to get out through Monster. Will be accounted for. blameF on the spam at least puts the fear in him. Yuri's now on this AWP, trying to bait the shot. Is blameF really trying to bait that shot out, and Yuri's going to do it with the Deagle. FURIA get on the board bright and early.
Damn, FURIA is screaming down the building right now off their first gun round. And yeah, well, I say gun round. That was only a half buy as well for FURIA. They still managed to do it. Blame doing everything he can to bait that shot out. And as soon as he gets it, Yuri pistol whips him. This shot for Device.
That's a beautiful shot from Device. I thought that was going to be enough. Unfortunately for him, Yuri came in from behind and sort of caught off guard Device just a little bit. I was a bit surprised by the idea from Astralis to use connector that heavy. I feel like when you're in a situation like this where you know for sure in round 4 that your opponents are on pistols, they are on deagles, the only place I would never advise anyone to go, whether that's professional Counter-Strike, Face It, matchmaking, you name it, is in connector. It's the most close, compact place on the map. So to go that heavy down there for Astralis, they were kind of begging for something to happen.
Yeah, a little stack with 2 deagles, 2 for 1
always
trade.
Dangerous, you know.
Blame just loves con, man. He can't get out of it.
He lives inside connector.
It's more so CT side.
Yeah. Amount of off angles he's playing in there, the amount of, you know, ways he has of being, you know, passive aggressive, which is, I guess, what blameF is the most. It's great to see. Off to a good start here, though, Astralis. They have a full buy and already put down Art to 18 HP, and a lot of the utility from FURIA are also being used slowly but surely here. They're applying a bit of pressure, not a lot, but enough for FURIA to feel that something may or may not happen. Meanwhile, Borb and Device taking control over the toilet area. Stair have control over long. So right now, Astralis are in a position with 55 seconds left They can go wherever they want on the map. They control the entire thing.
And, you know, they've kept 3 players at B, but how long will that last is the question. Art is still hanging around on this low health. That re-smoke for Yuri, he could one way over the top. Fear of Devices all upon the banana. It's coming through. Fallen. A round made for him, perhaps, on the A side of Overpass. Astralis throwing a bit of util. It's not the commitment off that smoke, though. They've got a second volley awaiting, and Fallen doing the same on the long angle. Blue Star, Device covering from afar. It's going to be up to Buzz to find that opener.
All right, let's see what he can do then. Buzz, first man in, first man down, but it's traded nicely by Stare on that long swing. Fallen smoked off, looking for a gap here, but isn't going to get given anything. For FURIA now, this is awkward. They're kind of far removed from the retake. They're all having to sneak up through spawn. They're going to hang around and see if anything's given over. They still have kits to play with. No util, though, for when they actually try to get into this site. Okay, Serato opens on the spam. Stare never even sees him. And so now you've got reason to believe, if you're FURIA, this is going to be a very, very late retake if they end up going for this. And so Device, 1 kill in the right place, could be worth its weight in gold here, but he's boxed in, finished off by Cello. They've got to get on this bomb. They've got to get on the defuse. Could stop it right now. And Borup will.
It's so late, man. It's so late yet again for FURIA. They leave themselves no room for error. You knock one guy off that bomb, you win the round. That was a 4-on-2 when they take down Device, and they can't even close it.
You could see the hesitation coming out of FURIA, because you're spot on, Harry. You said they have no utility whatsoever. 1 kit on 1 player is essentially enough to go for it if you want to, but you have to make the decision, and then you have to follow through with it, because you saw them spend 10-15 seconds in TT spawn looking at each other. Are we going for it? Are we not? Who has to go first? Etc., etc. And it was way, way too late. And that's one of the few things I have noticed from FURIA. It feels like this whole stylistic clash between Fallen and Art have changed their identity in a sense that some of the players are now hesitating more than they used to. Is Fallen okay with us going for it like we used to, or do we need to play it more safe, more slow, more controlled? And it feels like they're caught in this limbo where the players on the team right now is not sure what the in-game leader of the team wants them to do.
And this is not a great place for this to be showing its head. CT side of Overpass, 2 retakes, 1 favored, 1 even, both of which FURIA just leave it a little too late.
One would also argue in this round, Hugo, that had Device not been up close with an AWP, had people playing back at toilets, having a more safe angle, the round would have been over before they even attempted the retake. No way they get that kill, no way he's not getting the bomb with the op, so even Device making a massive mistake wasn't enough.
Oh, a little pop out B. Oh, Art looks away, but he recovers just in time. Can he take 2 with him? The flash is good, but there's still an MP9 up close, and Cello's good for the job. A mop up for FURIA on a cheeky little attempt out monster. That's Astralis' confidence showing in a round like this. But now we'll have to see if they can pull it back from the brink of defeat. 3 on 5. Spam damage. Yuri doesn't need to commit. It's so heavy. They know at least 2 more sit outside of B at bare minimum. And Art's even taking a more aggressive line. FURIA, this is a round in the palm of their hand, you would think. Of course, the best option for Astralis is a full reset, but it's going to cost them one thing. They don't have a lot of time, and so they opt to go back into a late B hit late in the round. 50 seconds, and a flash goes in.
They don't really have the resources to go back anywhere else either, right? Like, not only is the time against them, but it's not like they can make that life any easier with the scrapsy util they're left with. This might just be a bit of a non-starter here for Astralis. They're going to try and come out through Monster with this util you talk about.
Risking the money for this.
Flash themselves in. They got to check the barrels. Oh, Borup, that's so unfortunate. Went running for the short fight. Gets baited into the barrels engagement.
Safe. Run if they let you. 18 seconds and the hunt is on. Cello chasing. Oh, you could definitely die after time here. I'd like to see FURIA show some restraint and not go any further. Build their own money on this half. And of course, asking to show restraint.
You even know who you're casting right now?
Is like asking a painting not to be pretty. It's not going to happen. Blame kills both of them and Device a third. That is oh, that makes me angry. I'm glad Yanko's not casting right now.
It's beyond stupid from FURIA, to be completely honest. The only thing is that Astralis still don't have money to monster a full buy, so it's going to be scrappy no matter what. But you survive 2 AK players, 2x armor, and you know FURIA is low on money, so if you do go for it, you give an incentive now to Astralis to go for the force buy, and if they succeed with it, the punishment for FURIA is massive given they lost 3 players right here.
It's just ridiculous. Their buy is going to pale now in comparison to what it should be, and what, you know, keeping 5 alive, that just ensures back-to-back buy rounds. Even if Astralis, you know, come in with 2 AKs and they win it out of nowhere, FURIA can still full rebuy, they can get the AWP back. Now, yeah, they've got nothing left after their full investment. So, was it worth it for 2 kills? The answer is absolutely not. I can't believe it. Like, no, I know it's art, but even then, walking through the monster tunnel.
It was an AWP as well, right? A very expensive weapon. They now have to rebuy Fallen, have the AWP in hand. So.
At least Fallen just said, no, Art, you're not getting it. This is mine. You threw yours away, actually.
Thank God for that.
I like to, that's probably how you deal with it though, right? You get like, look, if occasionally you still want to do what you normally do, that's fine, but I'm not bailing you out, bud, you know?
I'm not your bank account.
Yeah. Gotta go to the Bank of Fallen. Bank of Fallen says no.
Oh, he's so right. I actually like that play, but through the smoke, they didn't know he was coming. It didn't matter. K-Serato employed instead. And the round may be dead in the water.
Literally.
Yeah, that was
kind of the joke.
Yeah. It's because they're in water and they're all dead.
No.
As Jay is just
smart, man. Show us the dead bodies in the water again.
He's already moved off.
No. Jay's rushing back. There you go. Hugo, say it again right now with the context.
It looks like this round is dead in the water.
There you go. Perfect.
Sorry, I ruined the 4K for
is
that.
on for the ace.
Yes.
Go get it.
Speaking of what we think of K-Serato, massive round for him coming in right here. 2 rounds in a row now. Astralis do a default towards the B-bomb side. Both, they're getting completely shut down. K-Serato's made a statement already.
The round is ending as FURIA pick up the pieces on the CT side. Cello has injected a lot of energy into this team. Whenever they're winning rounds, he's got a lot to say. And for a fairly stoic roster, that is a nice sign. More aggressive in the server than out of FURIA. But Cello with some much needed energy as they try and pull this game back.
And I guess they have to, right? A CT side on a map like Overpass, even against a strong, formidable force as Astralis on the map, you need at least, I'd say, 9-10 rounds if you want to stand a chance of winning this map and making the surprise happen. So, very important for FURIA now that they establish themselves on the server. We spoke about it before, company-wise. Make sure you survive at least 4 players in this round, because there's nothing coming out from Astralis. A single flash, is it a couple of P250s, or only 1 on blameF, and that's it. So, if you're not surviving 4 or 5 players right here for FURIA, that in itself would be looked at as a poor round.
So it's got to be clean. That's what we're grading this by. Let's see.
It's the worst rounds of Counter-Strike, because right now Astralis is just waiting for FURIA to use some utility, spend some money somewhere on the map, and FURIA don't want to do that, and then Astralis being, if we're a little longer, maybe I'm going to do it, but they won't do it, so we're just in a...
Who's that talking?
We're just in a position where nothing happens, you know.
Maybe we're going to do it.
That was so good. Hearing Pimp do like an impression of Another Day, it is actually straight fire. Oh, I like that.
Got a gap though, as far as rounds go. Like this,
to be honest, they've kind of got a way in, right? Cello and Fallen to get past is easier said than done.
Go.
But come on now. I mean, hell, if you get out of this with a bomb plant.
Oh, guys, we've done it.
Not going to happen, though. K-Serato locks them out. It's his B-site, for crying out loud.
I did hear that.
And he's proven that now in these last few rounds.
So maybe Astralis will go back to more of these A defaults. FURIA playing very passive when they had the AWPs, right? We're getting Fallen on the A bomb site. We weren't really getting those toilet fallbacks. So I will say spawns for Fallen haven't been great, and that won't change here either. So we'll have to see how much room Astralis are going to get given early. Whether Fallen wants to fight for it.
Fallen does just have like the most mid spawn going, and I don't mean not for mid, you know, like mid like in the lingo.
Luckily, there's 2 AWPers on this team.
Yeah, the double AWP setup. We've seen that a lot on a lot of different maps. You can't justify doing it on Overpass, but can you justify having both your AWP players on the A bomb site?
Yeah, double AWP top site is kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
And they're about to hit B. They just took some mid-control, threw some nades, and most of this is being denied by Fallen. Meanwhile, they're setting up the triple boost at Graffiti. Astralis are out-monstered. They've gone for the B rush a little later in the round, and they've got so much real estate. Look at Borom just sending it into the site. What a great reaction for Astralis. They don't know how fortunately timed that is. Well, I guess they do. 5 on 4 in the site. K-Serato dead on the smoke, and that should just be the round. Art's going to get picked as he tries to enter back in with the AWP. And even saving for Yuri feels unlikely. FURIA back to their economical woes. Buzz seems to be convinced. Oh, he knows. Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, he don't know.
Well, they've still got him trapped. And this orb, knife him. Device.
God, that can change a lot of things if he's not surviving now.
Oh, they missed him.
They missed each other.
Fallen's got it.
Oh, God.
dear.
Fallen.
He does
just
not.
run. Yeah, just run. And now go back for the...
I love the fake smoke.
Yeah, he's feigned. Yeah, I
Device
want to
too
save
smart.
the orb. Now he's got his bad Fallen glasses on. Come take the orb off me, Device. Come take it.
Very restrained for Device.
Yeah, shows a good bit of restraint.
Respect for Fallen after all these years.
Love the call from blameF. We just talked about how Astralis have gone to the B-bomb side 2 rounds in a row, got absolutely shattered both times, and now they go back to that call. A little bit more explosive here, where you have 3 or 4 guys coming out monster on a couple of flashes, and as you said, fortunate timing. FURIA doing a triple stack towards CT spawn. Of course, they couldn't account for that, but when you're a caller like blameF and you trust so much in your own execution that even though you've been smattered twice on the B-bomb side, you go there for a 3rd buy round in a row, you know that you got something good.
Running through connector, and the AWP starting long here for Fallen. Art again looks for a pick towards B.
It's a must-win round for FURIA. No money if they lose this at all. Down 6-4 with an eco 7-4, and first half is already out of control. They need to win this.
Back to a full mid take as well. Look at them skirting up the banana right now. Skirt. Fallen 1 and 5. Not really had the opportunity. Not really been in the right place. This time is his time to shine. The toilets position for Fallen and a missed opener. That can just be the round. It very much maybe as Buzz follows up to Yuri on top of the site. K-Serato, though, known to be a hero, a one-man army, and they'll kill a teammate just to take him out. I'd say it's worth it. 4 on 2, and even Art must save this one.
Not much to do for Cello or Art in this position. If they can save, that'd be nice. I don't think they're going to buy next round anyway. You could, of course, force around these 2 players. They can drop MP9s, but it'll be quite a desperate move for FURIA. Great execute here for Astralis. They catch off Fallen with this Molotov. Burns get hurt, and not the most comfortable in a position like this. Missing a shot like that as well. You have to hit those, to be completely honest. Not much you can do to back him up either. And as you said, K-Serato had the lineup actually. Came very, very close. That could have been beneficial for him, but a lot of things not going the way of FURIA right now, and I think, you know, looking at the scoreboard, looking at how the game has unfolded so far, I wouldn't say it's necessarily not deserving that Astralis are leading 6-4.
Yeah, well, I mean, for Astralis, aside from that one kind of awkward opening game to NIP where they fall with, 2 double-digit games, this is a team that we expect just off the back of Cologne to be coming in with fighting form to Pro League. A lock-in team for the playoffs at the bare minimum, and this game would very much do that for Astralis, sending them through.
Yeah, it was kind of wild, that first game between Astralis and NIP, because they were switching positions, right? We had to alter our expectations. Okay, is NIP the better team? Is it that team we have to expect when they go up against Vitality? But as soon as that game 1 was finished, NIP won, it's back to the same roles. NIP, they look rather bleak, and Astralis are looking like, again, the Astralis we saw in Cologne, they did so well.
Think about that Astralis Gamer Legion matchup. They destroyed them, man. That was a very dominant game.
Even against the Orcs, right?
Yeah, well, that's a little more to be expected. Flash for Fallen. Buzz was behind the tunnels, though, so just turns and takes 2. Art in con. Maybe this kill can lift them back up into the round. He's got more to deal with in mid.
They do allow him to get away from this position. Device perhaps crawling up, or it could be caught off guard. The same will stare B, but Device finds that killer. Now they know where one of the players are, and with only 2 alive, the defense is spread as thin as absolutely possible, and the reaction is coming in straight away from Astralis, all the way over towards B. Of course, right now, none of the 2 teams can know for sure where the players are. Rotation between A and B is rather short, but if Astralis are just walking in right here with a smoke in heaven, round is pretty much over.
Yeah.
What do you make of the fact that FURIA forced there around the saved guns, right? Kind of crazy, isn't it? They could have had rifles out in the next, especially if they look to save, which I assume is what they're going to do here, right? The 2-on-3, they're nowhere near. So, you know, they're going to get out with the AWP and the M4, so they have a chance in this next round to make it interesting again, but...
That's the thing, you go into this limbo, because now you survive 2 players, you do it again next round, and you do it again next round, and all of a sudden you end up with a half where, realistically, you only had 2 or 3 full buy rounds against Astralis throughout the entire half, and if you end up losing, let's say, 9-6 or 10-5, you're going to sit back and feel real stupid about not saving some more, at least, you know, try to generate more rounds, or generate more 50-50 scenarios where you could have won rounds. Hats off to Astralis. They're playing well right now, but I see more of the struggles from FURIA. I don't necessarily mind the play we saw in this round either. Double push out a monster with a flash. Again, Boss is in a great position, not affected by the flash whatsoever. You can attest that to luck, or you can attest that to awareness from Boss. Fact of the matter is, FURIA goes down, lose both players, and from that point onwards, it is incredible hard to do anything.
Yeah, and hopefully they don't full force. It seems like FURIA will take a breather.
No, I think, you know, then you hit like the madness era, right? Yeah. Like if we go down that line of thinking.
Oh, Art does have a Mag 7 and 800
Yeah, of course
bucks.
he does, you know, but I think, you know, that's just art for you, isn't it? You kind of accept that when he's on the team, he's going to buy a Mag 7 sometime. He did it in the loadout segment we did yesterday. He said, like, I need the Mag 7 on. Yeah. That's kind of my go-to.
What's he got here? Oh, free kill.
See,
and an AK.
That's art. That's art, baby. He gets to do those things. And now Fallen's making the AWP sing, but it gets juggled across to Cello in his dying breath. He's armed his teammate. And Cello will provide. This is awkward for Astralis. They weren't up against a hell of a lot in this round. And the fact it's 2v4, Stair now even spotted over on upper, this lurk that they thought they would have, they no longer have access to. Oh, no. Device is trying to thread the needle right now, and he will. Finds this gap over towards B, but he doesn't commit to it, doesn't take the space. And Art should be figuring that out now.
They know there's another con man, and Yuri, he's got the mask on right now. He's sneaking deep down by the ladder. Stair should check this, but how deep does he look? What a clear 2-on-4 coming back now for Astralis. After a couple of entries, the world is their oyster. Art did creep his way back into B. Device heard it earlier, but he got ahead of the Molotov. He is now in graffiti. Team Flash Stair doesn't know, and he almost pays the price. A re-swing to find Art, and that star power that Stair does possess is shown off in this round. Serato hits his head, and now 1v1 ensues. Stars of either team.
But Serato is just so wounded. The patience here is crazy, and Device will go walking into his crosshair. But not for Serato to win. Device only needed one shot back the other way.
Yeah, Serato hit first, put him on half health, but very nice round for Device and Stair. That, you know, audio play for Device, set up by Stair getting spotted on the top side. Device hits 2 players, rotate out of B, kills one, he locks the other out with a molly, and then they go hunting for that flank down connector. Astralis isolate those duels so well.
That's going to hurt for FURIA, isn't it, as well? 4v2 on the low buy. They kind of do really well to get to that advantageous spot, but Device catching a timing down towards B, a check from Stair in the connector. It's like those moments in isolation don't feel like the first 2 deaths for FURIA were doing something like massively wrong per se. They're trying to play around the map together. They're trying to gamble over towards A. They have Yuri watching bottom con for the cross back. But it's pieced together well by Astralis, and FURIA never really had a grouping past that point, right? Past that first death. It was a lot of 1v1s given over.
I think credit where credit is due for that round. I think the awareness from Stair is unmatched in that situation. The fact that he's able to find those kills and basically open up the world for Device. FURIA didn't necessarily make a mistake right here, and that's sometimes what happens when you're a team, you know, not having the confidence, not having the individuals. Even though you're not making the mistakes per se, you're still getting punished for it.
Oh, where was that? Art was shooting through the door smoke. He's found Borup, who is clearing in connector. The last few rounds have been very B-focused. All have got to make a decision, falling back off of the Molotov. Could push him back into long, but that's where Device is waiting right now. Setting Stair up to play aggressive. Buzz patience. And it might pay off. Yuri's walking in. Not a good angle for him. Buzz up close. Wins his fight. Astralis can just go as far as they're concerned. Fallen's the only man here.
Gonna need some sort of miracle for Fallen, and he's been having a pretty rough go at this game so far. One kill goes his way. The rest of Astralis is still a ways out from ever having been in position to hit this A site, so it's got to be a slow mid-round now in the 3v3.
I like the re-aggression from Fallen, though. He's not afraid of making the play right here, not afraid of getting any information, so the quicker he pushes up toilets, the quicker he can call for the backup. He will be tested, though.
They should have a trade at least, right? And not even going to come down to that. Device also hid on long, so Art re-cleared it after they found Stair, making him rotate back down lower. He's here now, just in time. Art can win this round. 20 seconds, a couple of kills in the right place, a plant denial perhaps. Buzz swings in, and it's a whiffed shot for Art, leaving Keserato, the hero, just one journey too far from this round. It's so far. No kits.
That's the frustrating part in this round, because Fallen is making the right play by being semi-aggressive in towards toilet, trying to get some information early on, but he's not trusting his own decision. He lost the timing where he could push even further into it. This time around, he got punished by it. You see it right here. There's 32 seconds left. At that point, you just got to trust your decision, trust your position, and get that one kill at the very least to make it obtainable for Art and Keserato to make the retake. It does feel like FURIA, right, by being down 8-4. All the players, we saw it with Yuri as well in Connector, they all want to make that round-winning play. They all want to push the envelope just a little bit too much. And when you have 3 different playmakers who all want to do the right play to win the round, often you end up getting punished, because Astralis right now are fully aware they're just sitting back, waiting, and taking out the tempo of the game.
Buzz is putting on a show for us as well on this T side, as he often does. Some great opening kills, and yeah, 13-9 right now, 4K in that round. We're seeing the power that we saw on the stage in the Lanxess just a couple of weeks ago. Wondered if that was reproducible, right? We've never seen the level out of him like that before. But if he can be a consistent killer in this T side for Astralis, they have the potential to be a threat at the top of Counter-Strike. A little boost up on B, a triple stack with Art covering so they don't get run up on. Did they make one jump too many? I think they did. Buzz heard this. Buzz is watching for this. Can they get the boost up? Don't know what they're waiting for. Stuck in the smoke. Over they go, and Buzz has fallen back. He definitely... Oh my goodness. Give up. That's for their best for them, because Buzz was ready. 9-4, and nothing is working for FURIA.
You can see every round on the CT side they have some sort of a gimmicky play, whether that's a boost on short, boost in CT spawn, or pushing out monster. They don't feel safe or comfortable just playing a default CT side. That's the biggest issue right now for FURIA.
And there's the backstab. Blame ready to strike. 10 rounds for Astralis.
Yep. Not a lot of stuff they can do unless Astralis overthinks the situation. Buzz is coming in from behind, so he can tell his teammate that all the players should be towards CT spawn, and the decision has been made as well. Keserato sent back to save the AK. I'm not sure he's going to be successful with that. And for Fallen and Chelo, if you can get an AK-47, get a kill, that'd be a bit of a bonus in a round that you have nothing at stake in.
Yeah, they've just re-cleared short and con, so unless there's a long gap timing, they know their CT. These guns should be dead. Buzz is trying to make it so on B. Blame is making short. No one goes for this bomb. I will say, I don't know if Buzz is going to clear Keserato here, so maybe this AK will survive, but that might be all we get into this round for FURIA.
This is kind of rough. Really, we're looking at like the 11-4 half, especially if they can find Keserato right at the end. Then I kind of wish Astralis had more players nearby to try and punish this, because, you know, that was a round that FURIA still ended up putting a good bit of cash into. Gonna have virtually everything they need here, but scary that these kind of these positions on the map that FURIA leave open, normally not even for very long. It feels like Astralis are finding every single downtime. The defaults looked really nice from Astralis, and a few little missteps in the start of the round, painting a bit of a picture for Blame to work off of, gave him that gut feeling to go for the long push, and it was fantastic timing on that. When you hear that boost getting failed down at B, you know there's at least 3 players there, right? So the moment they spotted the double toilets push, he felt so safe and just committing to that line.
I like that idea for FURIA. They throw the second molly in Playground, but not the first one. That's because Fallen's AWPing party, and they want a player to go quick out mid, but they don't want them to wrap round Playground and kill Fallen from that wide angle. So even though Astralis smoke it, Fallen has to fall back. He gets blind, but it's FURIA trying to funnel a player into the AWP. And like you mentioned, Jacob, all these gimmicks, all these boosts, all these plays FURIA trying to make, Nothing's really working, is it?
No, I think it's a sign of desperation, unfortunately, for FURIA. Normally, you'd like to play a default CT side and then chime in once in a while with a gimmicky player, with a gimmicky push when you have a read. But it felt like from the beginning of this game, FURIA felt that, okay, we're not ready for this task. We're not comfortable in our default, so we have to basically gamble a little bit on our stacks and on our boost. And unfortunately for them, nothing has really worked so far. A couple of wall bangs have hit, though. Kesarado found one on Borb again. I think that's the third time maybe he's getting shot through a wall in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of unlucky for him, but
hasn't mattered.
No, not really.
Life of a con player as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, just spammed, whether it's through smokes or walls.
What have we got here? Double barrels. Art trying to win the round. Let's see if we can do it. Molly's start to come in, so that smoke may have to be deployed. And oh, this is a perfect sell right now for Cello. Art in a very cheeky position. They're going to spam him. They don't believe it. He hasn't fired a bullet. They know where he is. Bomb gets dropped. At least Art takes one more with him. The B defense is not awful. That Molly isn't either, but the plant came through first. It will get stuck, although Device takes heavy damage getting off. This is for the half.
Oh, he's so blind, but oh no, fallen! Oh, that should have been the kill. That should have been the shot. Instead, it's Yuri to deal with it. Buzz left up in the clutch. Trying to cross out. Gonna have a fight from the heavens now. The next man in at bridge, and Yuri is right here, ready to tango with Buzz, who backs out of there. Trying to play around the time now for Yuri. This gets real tricky. He's got to tap that bomb to bait a peak.
He's lost him. He thinks he maybe phased the smoke and went into pit.
That's a done deal. That's a done deal. No kit. Buzz has already won the round. There's one dropped in the site, but there just isn't time for Yuri. There just isn't time to win this. And so Buzz puts up in the 1v2. FURIA close this out with just 4 rounds to their name, as it's Astralis leading the way on Overpass. Astralis dominate in that opening half, 11-4 up after their T side. The game might have started on a bit of an even kilter at 4-4 heading into round number 9, but then very, very quickly Astralis went on to break away from that, right? Helped out in part due to some interesting economic decisions early on from FURIA. The hunt in one of their first 1 rifle rounds that gets punished from a 5v2 down to just 2 surviving. They go on to not really make a lot of money over the next few rounds that they find. Then combine that with a few weird forces as the half continued, and it felt like they weren't really left with many fall buys to make a difference in that half. Astralis now lead the way, so let's see if FURIA can pick up some of the pieces here in the second half. Not looking good on the opener. Borup with his dualies puts them to work. And FURIA are now left lagging behind, a man down, but they can look to overwhelm this B defense. It's just Buzz here, so they will find him at least.
FURIA are in pieces at Monster right now. This Brazilian barbecue, skewers of meat, Harry. 3-on-3 right now as Astralis come in on the big flank. They've not got a kit. That's the only issue, but they're very quick to get in position. It's FURIA who waited time on their retake, and Device has even got the upgrade. He loves the dualies. He's always buying them up around his AW. So let's see what Device can do. Close in the pit to worry about. Yuri waiting. Device peppering from afar. He's going to run and gun. Yuri wins a crucial kill, and that might be the kill that wins the round for FURIA. No one can get on this bomb. They're getting hounded down, and we do have a pistol round for FURIA as Blame gets the hell out of there.
Nice recovery coming in from FURIA, because it started off perfect with Astralis. Borup having the dual elites, Buzz with a flash there, almost anticipating this play coming out for FURIA. Borup getting 2 kills, you can't fault him for that. A third one would probably have sealed the deal, that would have won them the round, then Buzz could have drawn back, they could have played the 4v2. So no mistakes really made by either team right here. It was just a great recovery coming in from FURIA that finally got a bit of momentum going.
I'm curious here, you know, obviously I assume what with it being your country of origin, your close ties to it, you probably have some you know, your ear to the ground when it comes to the kind of Danish opinion.
Sure.
How do they feel about blameF? How do the Danes, you know, what's their kind of takes on blameF and this Astralis?
I think most people like him, you know. I think most people respect him for what he is. It's the same criticism hitting him from the Danish audience as the international audience. That sometimes he's a bit baity.
Okay.
He's a bit too passive. But I think that's changed as well with his in-game leader role.
Oh, I think he's a lot more involved now.
I feel like instead of being, you know, overly passive now, he's just a bit passive-aggressive on the server, and I think that's a step in the right direction. So I think most Danes like blameF. I think they realize what he is, and I also think they kind of respect him for coming into Astralis as probably the worst moment ever, and still somehow, some way made them.
It, right?
Yeah, you know, they remain competitive for a couple of tournaments. So without blameF, you know, imagine where Astralis would have been today.
Right. Let's see if they can keep it up though into the rest of the year and into CS2 around the corner as well. Got some young players on this team though, so that's a good sign. You would imagine there would be more adaptability with some of the young'uns.
Yeah, I'm sure if you asked Astralis, they'd say trust the process, you know? That's what they're hammering down right now, and I kind of buy into it, to be honest. It's been such a long period where it's been a shit show in Astralis, to be completely honest. So fact of the matter is that if you want to build, you know, a foundation, if you want to start all over and tear down your house, go for it. I don't mind.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it, you know? Clean install. You got woodworm, take out the timber, and go again.
You know about that, right?
Yeah. I've had to deal with that a few times.
Bugs.
Not like me personally, but in my house, yes.
Oh.
Ants in the pants here, but more so for FURIA. They've got to hurry up
just
and
have crabs.
Shake their way for this B-bomb site. Oh dear, 20 seconds. Someone can win this, but no one's going to win it except FURIA. So, about your crabs.
Yeah, wood crab.
Crab, okay.
Wait, hang on, I just realized that still has the same implication. I'll bother. Here we are, right, so Astralis saving, chilling out.
Yeah, that's why we're
They're done. And now we're talking about other things. That's where we were at. Sorry, man. You want to sip of this nut shake?
No one's gonna
no one else gets it because this hasn't been on camera yet.
What kind of nuts are in there?
I think it's peanuts.
It's
just it's like a peanut-based shake.
Chad was very kind. He gave me a smoothie. I should have asked him what was in it. You know,
not knowing you're deadly allergic to nuts.
I am coming up with big bulbs on my neck.
You explode like.
If you squeeze
can
them,
you?
Can I?
Like on request?
Yeah.
Is that a feature of the Hugo Pop?
Maybe.
That'd be sick.
No, I mean peanuts. I'm coming around to them. Not my favorite.
Coming around to the nuts.
Coming around to the nuts. Not my favorite.
No.
Not my.
What is your favorite nut?
Harry's. He's only got one since the incident.
How would you know?
Bloody hell. All right.
How would I know? I don't know. What's the implication there, Harry? Break it down.
No, look. Hugo, I'll cash you later, all right? Let's get back into the game. Come on now. Return us with a nut-based pun. FURIA developing a bit of confidence. Bit of an ego maybe on the T side. Now they got to stroke it, so come on.
As long as they keep it clean. As long as they keep it clean, build up some economy and, you know, maybe get a bit of confidence. In reality, it is Astralis' map pick, so I guess we're all expecting Astralis to win Overpass regardless, but there's different ways of losing. If you can make this game competitive from a strong T side, that at the very least gives us some hope moving into the rest of the series now. If you're just winning the pistol, you're just converting, and from that moment you're losing the rest of the rounds, and the game is going to be 16-7, then you're not giving us a lot of hope. So it's a step in the right direction for FURIA right now, but there's still a hell of a lot of work to do.
A long way.
I want blameF to do something cool.
Yeah?
Come on, man.
This round?
Yeah, why not? D-Garmer, they're right here. If something cool was ever going to happen, surely this is the timing for it. He's even got backstab opportunity here.
He's not in a hurry. Known for his passive play. So passive, his team are going to get overrun on A, and blameF is still checking deep long.
Well, no, yeah, but come on. Hear a guy out.
Coming.
He's defo commed like, oh yeah, they're up short. How many? I don't know. All of them, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but now he hears a stray. Boom. And he's going to knock out Cello. Now, that Mac 10, that's saucy. Blame likes that. He'll save that every day.
Well, you asked him to do something, and I guess...
Hey, man, he delivered. You know, he delivered the one we were looking for. Think about how that Mac 10 could impact the upcoming round.
There's no way he should save that Mac 10, right? You go for a kill with that Mac 10. You're not going to use it the next round. You would rather buy an M4.
Well, Jacob,
that's what you think, man.
For the love of God.
You say that, Jacob, but the Kevlar and the nade, that's worth more than a Mac 10 kill in value. So Blame is playing the economy here. Yeah, 600.
Well, oh, I thought you just meant more than the
trade-off. He gets a kill with the Mac 10. He, takes a dent into the economy of FURIA. He perhaps even survives.
Yeah, plus, if you're going to start factoring in like opportunity costs,
you don't get top 20 HLTV by getting more than 5 deaths in a map. You've got to farm the KD.
No, there he is.
The
there he is.
Save.
And now they've done great damage in at the end. What a legend.
Sick round from Blame.
Well, honestly, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 6,400 and a Mac 10. Here you go, Buzz.
Yeah, couldn't be any better.
Please throw that out now. He actually buys an AWP for device, so a true captain.
And he drops the Mac 10 as well.
Good.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Are you and Blame boys, would you say? Taught him everything he knows about weightlifting?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Not quite.
Almost.
11-7.
He's way younger than I am. I think
he is?
You forget how young he is. I think he's like 24, 25 maybe.
Damn, bro. I'm unaccomplished.
Is that way younger? How old are you? Aren't you like 27 or something?
I'm
like
28. 28, yeah.
Yeah. Took a second.
Which is always crazy to me. I don't know why. Look at this device around the long side. He's got the bomb. And Stairs even winning them over in mid, even though the flash will land.
He just holds it.
Oh my God, there's flashes everywhere. Everyone, if you're anywhere near middle, you don't have eyeballs left anymore. Cello.
Stuck.
He is pinned in. He is boxed in. He needs help. He needs assistance. And there's the assistance. It's dead in the bottom of mid. Device continues bearing down upon them. And even though they could crunch and deal with Cello, I'm glad someone eventually did. Just to make Device's life a little bit easier. Now he can hold the extremities around this bomb. Yuri's kind of meandering over. But what can he really do here?
Device is just perfect, man. It feels like eyes always on the right place at the right time. Nails 2 massive shots, stares into the flash, doesn't back up, and they tag him as well. Doesn't, oh my God. Doesn't back up, stares into the flash, reads the reset out of middle, and goes on to tell the tale as the spam comes through and Astralis find 12. So FURIA can celebrate their pistol and their little anti-ecos, but as soon as the big guns come out, so do Astralis.
That's the thing, yeah. For FURIA, it's a tough start to the T-side now, and especially considering we just saw a round where Astralis got 3 kills. So money-wise, FURIA is also under a lot of pressure. Now you see the buy coming in here. This is the do or die buy almost at this point. If you go down 13-7, potentially 14-7 because you have 2 eco, game is pretty much over. So it's now or never for FURIA. At the very least, they have Fallen and an AWP. They had Caserado as well. He's now out of the server.
He just got spammed through Monster. So
yeah, I guess that's a payback, right? For Borup, I think he died 3 times through the wood wall. So there you go. Stuck at Caserado. Payback.
Taste of his own medicine. Bomb heading middle. Yuri going to retrieve the weapon. AWP on Fallen for 5 and 13. It's not the nuke of yesterday that Fallen gave us.
Wait, double AWP, yeah? Art on an AWP. I'm actually getting sick and tired of this. I'm getting sick and tired of it. I saw it in Cologne, T-side Inferno, double AWP setup. I see it Overpass, T-side, double AWP setup. I haven't seen them win a round where they had double AWP, so I don't know why they keep doing it.
Well, it's now a single AWP setup.
I mean, even in like FURIA of old, pre-Fallen joining, them bringing out a lot of AWP wasn't super uncommon. And, you know, this is kind of giving us a flavor of that there. 2 kills from his AWP.
But your logic is sound, Jacob.
It's just a sign of desperation and a sign of not knowing what to do, basically. And it's been a couple of months now for you.
If R goes too early, oh, it's a team flash. Blame just shoots into it. Buzz tried to screw him over, but Blame is still solid for another double kill. And Yuri, like the timing's there of that push. Art is on the site, but his teammate is not ready on long to trade. It's a little bit of miss for FURIA. I don't think there's time for this one. Yuri's going to have to take a fight. He will not survive. 13-7. Ugh. Some ugly rounds here now for FURIA. And a full eco to give Astralis 14.
Yeah, you know, we touch upon the FURIA AWPs and how they do like to play 2 of them. This was a team where, like, we've seen triple AWP games out of FURIA, in particular on Ancient when that was kind of first brought into the pool, right? And on Mirage, yeah. So it's something that they've always enjoyed as a bit of a gimmick. But the difference is like it used to be, they would be like winning a game, or they would bring it out as like we're getting into crunch time as like some weird X factor to deal with. I'm inclined to agree with you, Pimpin, that nowadays it feels like a directionless double AWP, you know, and that's not something good to bring out when you're like trying to establish a default or go for some opening move. blameF,
love that.
He loves them. Down in the connector, he's having a great time.
That's how you get top 20.
Right. Yeah, right there. Oh dear, that is a farm.
To be fair, he's probably the best in the world at it. You know, he never fails those situations. He's always very consistent. It's not really a problem for Astralis in that regard. I remember Dupuy in his prime as well, even from playing with him. He was the biggest eco hunter I've ever played with. He was consistently good at doing it, so no one cared. And it's one of those things that, especially with Dupuy of later days, like if you gave him confidence early on in a game, you knew what was coming for you. You knew who was going to win you the game for you. So everyone on the team was like, sure, we're not getting a lot of eco kills, but we'll win.
I think I respect Dupree more now, honestly, after that. Yeah, I like that. Someone who just goes looking for him.
He was honest about it, you know. I need them kills to get that confidence. Give it to me.
Here we go, but it's being held, or it was. Stair looks away for a re-smoke, and they even saw Bob. They know exactly where he is. Cello running on in. Have to smoke that Molotov. Keserato waiting for his teammate to trade, and it's still not good enough. Bob gets away with that kill. Double up to win it. And FURIA, I mean, they played that as well as they could have right there in that 2v4, but it's still Astralis getting rid of the eco, as it always should have been.
Yeah. Pretty solid round for blameF and Astralis. Of course, it gets a bit closer. Bob close to dying as well. That could have ended in a 1v2, but at no point did you feel that this round was in danger at any point for Astralis. 14-7 now, 2 rounds away from taking a convincing lead in this series on Overpass. We know Astralis picked it for a reason. We know they've been looking very good on it so far, but I didn't expect it to be this one-sided. Not often we see Device take up that position for blameF, but he must have had the best possible spawn. Otherwise, you don't do that. Well done by Device. He's also been all over the map. Hasn't really been needed, but once he's been called upon, as you said, he had a couple of good rounds.
Yeah, no glaring errors. And so Astralis looking good to just shoo this one over the line. 4 kills from map point on their pick. Through the smoke. Cheeky for Cello. Blame will let him go, but Device is waiting. Oh, how does he save that? Should not be getting away with that kill. Jump through the tunnel, and Art is denied with no teammate to trade. Borup has another 1v1 available. He'll take it. Good damage. Keserato lives. Molly on Monster, sort of. Lands in the wood. Staring down from heaven. 4-on-2 with a backstab. Potent. I don't see a way in for FURIA. They may have the sight, but Astralis are closing the net.
Oh, Bud's backstab. He sees the shadow. That gives him even more conviction. conviction in the fight. Now it's just Fallen who is sandwiched, and he's kind of up on top of a big stage for everyone on Astralis to be looking up at there on the smoke fade. Damn near flawless round to find 15 for the Danes.
What can you do? Do you have any faith in this series, Jacob? Nuke up next, Furia's pick.
It could be close. I think FURIA looked somewhat decent against NIP on Nuke, so I wouldn't count them out of the series just yet, but no doubt they'll have to play significantly better than what we've seen on Overpass so far. I've seen CSGO have some outstanding games in Nuke at this tournament, so if there was one player who could bring them back into the game, it'd be him. But that's the point, right? I'm not looking towards FURIA as a team. I'm not looking towards them, you know, controlling the map or controlling the identity of the game. I'm just looking to certain individual players to bail them out, because right now they look as unprepared as I've ever seen.
One last-ditch attempt here for FURIA. Yet to field the round since that anti-eco in number 3 of the half.
It's 11-11 in opening kills as well in this game so far, and you're looking at the most one-sided game we've probably seen between these two teams in a while. So it's just not proning well for FURIA. Even if they get the opening kill, they don't know what to do with it. There's no plan B, there's no follow-up plan, there's no, I guess, understanding of how to approach Overpass at this point at a high-level opponent like Astralis. Gotta give it to them. They're playing some good Counter-Strike.
Yeah. What have they got cooking on B short? Some boost perhaps. Trying to get it together. K-Sarar's going to jump over. Oh, he's crouched. This is... If he uncrouches, he's not going to be that tall. Oh, it's a triple boost. It's a triple boost. They're going for the full Monty. They want to see everything. But Stare has been checking that every round. And Art will just get knocked off. They can try it again. That's a benefit. But Stare knows that was a triple boost. That was a very tall Art. So he's prepared for more. AK... perfect for this headshot angle. K-Sarata delaying and Stare denying. Just not going to give that frag away. Find Fallen, try to aggress off for the boost. FURIA are attempting to play together, but Astralis just cannot be caught sleeping right now.
Imagine if you're Cello, you're being told to wait outside Monster, we're doing boost for the entire round, just dying. Like, there's nothing Cello could have done in this round. There's nothing FURIA could have done in this round, and unfortunately, nothing they could have done in this game.
Yeah, that's it. It's a done deal. Tries K-Serato might. I mean, he's brought it back with 2, but there's so many more where that came from. And he's 1 shot away from certain death. 15 seconds, and it's not meant to be. Astralis pick up the dub here, and convincingly so. Nuke coming down the pipeline next. Hopefully, FURIA can fare better on their map.